Big dogs, welcome back. If you've been here before, if not, hello, welcome to All 32. My name is Arabia, and here we talk all things football. The show will come out every Tuesday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So after you watch It Is What It Is in the morning, okay, get some work done, be productive, then come back here at 1 p.m. Eastern time and watch All 32. Again, Tuesday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. That is the show structure. Also, Fanatics doesn't have any super deals right now. It's free shipping on any order over $29. So use the link in the description box and code 29SHIP for free shipping. But I got y'all. I'll let y'all know when some better deals are coming up. If I were you, I would just wait until they have some better deals. But for right now, free shipping on orders over $29. Let's get straight into the show. Oh, wait. I'm wearing this New England Patriots dress. It's actually one of my favorite, Fanatics dresses. Super cute. It has some stuff on the back, too. But, so Patriots fans, yes, I still do wear my Patriots gear. All right, straight into the show. The Bengals had a players-only meeting. And when you have a players-only meeting, something is up. It's like when your significant other's like, we got to talk. And you know why you got to talk. You just don't want to have the talk. You like, you at work because they text you, we got to talk. Now all day at work, you thinking about what you did and the talk you're not looking forward to, but you have to talk. So that's what the Bengals had. They had a players-only meeting, and I hope in that players-only meeting, they got on that defense because that's the side of the ball that's overshadowing what the offense is doing. It's absolute. The Bengals are dead last in the NFL in points allowed, dead last in rushing yards allowed, and they are the worst scoring defense in the NFL. They allow 31.6 points per game. Absolutely terrible. There are too many talented receivers on that team that aren't. You know what it is? The Bengals have a Ferrari in the garage, and they can't even really open it up because the defense don't put enough gas in it. The offense drives the Ferrari to the race. They start the race off enough to be in the race. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Got injured. They put in a public school bus driver at first. Noticed that wasn't working, so they got him out of there. They put Jeff Gordon behind the wheel, so you got Jeff Gordon behind the wheel. Now that Earnhardt is out. Am I saying that? Dale Earnhardt? I don't know. Whoever you know what I'm talking about. Dale went down. They got the public school bus driver. They got him out of there. They put Jeff Gordon in. Now you got Jeff Gordon driving a Ferrari, but then they sputter and slow down because the defense only had $3 for gas. Come on now. They gave up 23 points to the Jets in the fourth quarter. Ended up losing the game, 38-39? Yeah, y'all got to talk about some stuff. And I hope they got on that defense because once again, we see another season where the defense is overshadowing the production that the offense has had. Okay, we can't have that. So hopefully, whatever was said in that meeting, hopefully it works so that they can open that Ferrari up. Okay, T. Higgins is a Ferrari. Jamar Chase is a Bugatti. They got Lamborghinis just sitting in a garage, sputtering in the middle of a race. You got to be able to open them up. Pause. So hopefully the meeting worked. Brian Schottenheimer said that there will be changes to Dallas's defense. He wasn't specific about what those changes are going to be, but after getting their backs blown out 44-24 against Denver, he's like, yeah, we're going to have to switch some stuff up. Dallas ranks second to last in the NFL in points allowed and yards allowed. The only team worse than them in both categories is the Bengals, like we just talked about. Okay, that defense is lackluster at best. Against Denver, they only had 7 quarterback pressures and 0 sacks all night. All night. They don't have the talent up front to consistently win those one-on-one battles. Run defense look really bad. Pass defense look really bad. So apparently there will be changes to scheme and to personnel. Again, Schottenheimer was not specific about what those changes are going to be, but he did say that the bulk of those changes will come after their Week 10 bye. So coming up, Monday Night Football, Week 9, they play the Cardinals. Then it's their Week 10 bye. When they come back Week 12 against the Raiders, we should see a difference in personnel and scheme with the Cowboys. So the Panthers got Chuba Hubbard back and completely ignored what Rico Dowdle had been doing. I understand you want to give a guy like Chuba Hubbard the respect and opportunity to come back in the fold on this offense after being injured. I think he had a calf injury after being injured and be productive. They want to acknowledge and respect the pillar that he is in this current regime. But at the same time, you can't stop what's been working. Rico Dowdle had been powering this offense in back-to-back wins while Hubbard was out. there's a way that you can do both. But Hubbard just came in and took over the majority of those snaps from Rico Dowdle. So now what Dave Canales is saying is like, all right, look, we going back to Rico. As they should. And that's no slight to Chuba Hubbard. It's just to say, like, Rico Dowdle right now is more productive, or he just might have the hot hand. He broke a Panthers record with 473 scrimmage yards over the 2 games that Chuba Hubbard was out. He was 17 yards shy of having back-to-back 200-yard games. You have to keep with whoever has the hot hand. And Rico Dowdle has been way too productive while Hubbard was out for when Hubbard to come back, that he gets the majority of the snaps. And then also, you kind of don't want to do that to a guy coming off an injury. Like, you can slow walk him back into the fold in this offense. So next week, they have the Packers. The Packers have the second best run defense in the NFL. I expect that Dave Canales is going to get Rico back out of there, heavy with the snaps. And of course, Chuba Hubbard will also get some of those snaps as well. But they got to go back to Rico, especially against his games versus the Packers. So the Patriots are just dealing away players from the old regime. They're sending defensive end Keion White to the 49ers. They're sending the 49ers defensive end Keion White and a 2026 7th-round pick. In exchange, they're getting back a 2026 6th-round pick. Now, Keion White only played 1 game all season, and he was a healthy scratch in Week 8 versus the Browns. So it's not like they'll necessarily miss him in any regard. The Patriots are also sending out safety Kyle Duggar to the Steelers. Now, the Steelers are dealing with injury. This was a very similar deal to Keion White. The Patriots are sending the Steelers Keion White and a 2026 7th-round pick. And in exchange, they're getting back a 2026 6th-round pick. So essentially what they're doing is kind of getting rid of these players who were there before the current regime, before Vrabel got there. And in exchange, they're moving up in next year's draft. Y'all better be careful. Don't let the Patriots dynasty of Tom Brady and Bill Belichick kind of end. And then now they start to build back again. If that happens and they start to sort of, we really see like consistency in them season after season, and they start to give the Bills a run for their money, we're going to have a talk about what's going on in New England. But let's hold our horses and wait for that to actually happen, because we have a lot of season left. Okay, Drake May and Vrabel could be finding success now, but the Bills might show them who actually runs that division come November and December. So let's just watch out and see. Like I said, essentially, they're offloading all these players that were part of the last regime. The remaining 2 years of Kyle Duggar's contract were erased. And so that means that he will be a free agent in the offseason. The Steelers right now, safety Deshaun Elliott is on IR. So hopefully this Kyle Duggar trade will give them the personnel that they need. Speaking of injuries, PS2, Patrick Surtain avoided having to go on IR. He has a pectoral injury, and a big reason why they didn't put him on IR is because the Broncos do have a Week 12 bye. So essentially what that means is you get 4 weeks off, but only 3 games off. And with being on the active roster, you are able to get him into the game potentially a lot sooner. So it's reported that he will remain on the active roster and only miss 3 games. Spencer Rattler is 1-13. 1-13 as a starter since last year when he came in for Derek Carr when Derek Carr got injured. 1-13. So what are the Saints doing? They're benching him for rookie quarterback Tyler Shugg. Okay, the Saints play the Rams this Sunday, and Tyler Shugg is in at quarterback. Spencer Rattler was benched midway through the Saints' loss to the Bucs last week. The Saints are 1-7. They're not going to make the playoffs. Okay, not going to make the playoffs. So at this point, the rookie quarterback should just come in, learn a lot, try to develop, have fun, avoid injury all over the team, and just, try to be a menace to that division. If you can sneak some wins in just to mess things up, just to make things interesting in the NFC South, then do that. Otherwise, this won't make them now be in contention of anything. In my opinion, I could be wrong, but from Rattler to Shugg, I don't think it's going to be this dramatic, crazy difference, a difference maker enough to even get them to the playoffs. So go out there, have fun, and don't get injured. George Atkinson, who was a safety for the Raiders, passed away at 78 years old. The official reason for his death has not been released, but he did disclose that he had been constantly suffering from symptoms of CTE. That's not to say that CTE was the reason for his death, Okay, his family and medical professionals have not released the reason for his death, but he disclosed before his passing that he had been constantly suffering from symptoms of CTE. George Atkinson was a safety for a secondary on the Raiders called the Soul Patrol. He was a very hard-hitting, very physical player, and he helped lead the Raiders to their very first Super Bowl win in the 70s. He has spent 10 years with the Raiders. His final season in the NFL, he spent with the Broncos. He had 33 career interceptions, which ranks 4th all time for the Raiders. So condolences go to George Atkinson's family. Before we go, let's get into these week 9 picks. Let's start with Vikings Lions. I got to go with the Lions with this one, okay? Both teams are dealing with injuries. Both teams are dealing with different types of injuries, okay? Some are in the secondary, some is at the quarterback position, which can present two very different groups of problems, but I got to go with the Lions on this one. Next is Colts Steelers. I got to go with the Colts. I'm a believer. I drink the Kool-Aid, all right? I got to go with the Colts on this one. Bronx Texans. The Texans surprised me last week versus the 49ers, but I got to go Broncos on that game. And then Panthers Packers. Again, I think Dave Canales will get Rico Dowdle involved more versus the Packers, but I got to go Packers on this game. All right, y'all, I'm doing a giveaway. That's right, a All 32 giveaway. All you have to do is be subscribed to this channel, okay? Make sure you follow All 32 on Instagram and comment under this video who your favorite team is, and also comment how you found All 32. Was it my Instagram? Was it is what it is? Like, how did you find All 32? So comment your favorite team and comment how it is that you got here. I'm going to randomly pick a winner, and that winner will get something from Fanatics, okay? I'm going to pick the winner next week. You guys have 7 days, and then next week this time, I will pick the winner from this video. Doing a giveaway on this video. Comment underneath, favorite team, how you got here. I'm going to pick a winner, and then I will send you something from Fanatics. That's all the time that we have. Look, quick show. Quick mess, all right? If it ain't nothing to talk about, nothing to talk about. Okay, I get you in there and I get you out, all right? Barbershop talk. Now I gave you a few points. You a Saints fan? I know something about that. You a Patriots fan? I know something about that, okay? I'm giving you all these just in case you're out and about, you meet somebody who's a Bengals fan, you know what's going on with the Bengals. They had a players-only meeting. I know about that. All 32 told me. Go follow her. Yeah. That's all the time that we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys. See you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time.